All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's growth training, Wednesday's growth training. And we wanted to talk about hold on. How to unravel the blankets in the morning without waking up any earlier. Now, I know it's frustrating sometimes to have that alarm, have to set up and have that excitement going for you because you're like, oh, great, I gotta wake up, I gotta go to work, or I gotta do whatever. Just gonna adjust my camera here. And it's frustrating. We fight in the morning. We have that little monkey chatter going, I don't want to get up. I don't want to do this. I don't want to become have that craziness of that rush in the morning. I got to get up, got to shower, got to get dressed, got to have the kids ready if you have kids. And these frustrations slow us down, and they also set the tone for the day. Now, we don't want to set the tone negatively because then it's going to make our day go that way. So what I want to do is I want to give you some great tips today so that you don't force yourself to have a rush day. You don't force yourself to become that person throughout your day because you don't have to be. So let's start here. First thing is to just do it. Mel Robbins has this great thing of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, right? Sometimes when I was getting up earlier, I get up at between 4 and 5 now. And when I was getting up earlier before, like wanted to start getting up at 4, I really had to do that and just do it and be like, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And this would cause me to be able to do it real easily, me to be able to go after the things I want because I set the tone for the day. Self-discipline, best description I ever got was giving yourself a command and following it. That is absolutely what you're doing here. When you set the tone for your day, when you want to get up first thing in the morning, that's what you're doing. You're saying, okay, I'm going to get up at whatever time you're getting up, and that's what I'm going to do. So, one of the biggest questions I have is why, right? We all have reasons why we want to get up, right? What's forcing us to get up a little earlier? Are you wanting to have a better morning routine? Are you wanting to have a better, more organizational, set the tone for the day? It's really all depends on you. It all depends on what you want, right? I get up at a certain time because I want to get certain things completed before my kids wake up. That's why I get up at 4. I'm not telling you guys have to even get up any earlier. Just have a plan to what you're going to do the first thing in the morning. What's the, 5 to 10 things that you're going to do, and include everything. Be like, I'm going to have a shower. I'm going to be getting dressed. I'm going to be making lunch for my kids. I'm going to be doing some personal development. I'm going to be meditating. I'm going to be whatever your plan is. Know exactly what you're doing in the morning when you first wake up, right? Because then you don't wake up and you lay in bed going, okay, what is it I want to do first? Why? You know what? I got time. I'm just going to lay here turn my alarm off. I'm just going to lay here for another 10, 15 minutes. And then your whole morning shot, because that 10, 15 minutes is now like, I got to get up. I got to run. I got to do this real fast. And that's not what we're going after. You want to have a procedure. So write down 5 to 10 things the night before of what you're going to do when you get up. And then if you can, because I'm an organizational freak and I love numbering it. Okay. So you lay down, okay, what is the 5 to 10 things I want to do in the morning? Okay. Now label them. Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is this, then this, then this, and this. And this list is not set in stone. So don't beat yourself up. Okay. What you can do is go, okay, so the first thing was this, you know what? Yesterday that didn't work. So I'm going to shift it because I'd rather do this first. And that's how you kind of evolve your list. And then, after 21 days, you know exactly what you're doing and it feels comfortable and you're able just to jump out of bed. I have my morning routine that I've been doing, and I'm going to readjust it because it isn't working for me, right? But I'm going to grow. I'm going to readjust and become that newer person that I want to be. Now, last week I talked about chunking down little areas. So that document is in the high achievers stress group. In the doc, I think it's called links or documents. I put that in there, and that will help you to really chunk down your day and say, okay, what areas do I need to arrange my day, and what are the things I want to do? And it really will help you get towards that. What I want to do is I want to give you, let me share my screen, share screen to, I don't really want to share my whole desktop, but I'm going to. Yeah, I never set this up, so that's okay. I'm going to share my desktop. There's my lovely wife and I. All right, so this, let's see if I can go full screen. Boom, there we go. So this is the worksheet that you can use. And again, this will be in the documents. This will help you to kind of lay out those simple things to get your day started. So plan your day the night before. I talked about that. So literally lay out the clothes that you're wearing, because I find that when I was working as a correctional officer, that step never happened. It was very simple for me to get up and put on my uniform and go to work. Didn't have to think about it. But for other people, I know that, sometimes you try on a shirt and you're like, that doesn't go with these pants. Or, you put on some pants and you're like, oh, this doesn't look good in the hat, or whatever you do when you're getting ready for your day. Play this game the night before. That'll probably eliminate a few minutes in the morning. Great. Now, what's the next thing you're going to do? Complete the chunk down checklist, and that'll help you to kind of understand what you're going to do throughout your day. The second thing that you want to do is to improve your bedtime routine. Why are you struggling to get up in the morning? Probably because you're tired. What time did you go to bed? Did you sit there and play on your phone for another hour? Or when you went into the room, you went straight to bed? Maybe you read or you meditated before bed. Set the tone. Know how much time you need. I know that I need somewhere between probably 6.5 and 7.5 hours of sleep to function and just to really have a good day the next day. I go to bed at by 9 o'clock, I've shut everything off. And I'm trying to go to sleep at that time. It usually takes me somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes to fall asleep, or earlier. But I know that if I'm asleep by 9:30 and I wake up at 4, that's giving me 6.5 hours of sleep. Some days I want to go to bed earlier, but these are the choices I've made. Get off your phone by 7. So you're not thinking, you're not adding these endorphins, because that's what your phone does. It excites you. You see a video or a post, you're like, oh yeah, that would be fun. And then your mind starts going, and you want to shut those down. I'd say meditation is probably the best thing to do. I'm not a big meditator. It's something I'm working on, but I'm not a big one. I guess I lay there and think, and try to shut my brain off. And that's kind of what I'm doing before I go to bed. But these are things that I'm working on, and these are things that I want you to work on. This is just kind of a generic list. What works for you is going to be what works for you. What works for me is what works for me. And that's what I really want to get you to understand. Another fun one is to move your alarm clock. Now, I used to do this. This used to be something I did when I was in elementary school, or not high school. I used to put my alarm clock across the room, because I knew if it was beside me, hit the snooze button and I never move. If that's what you need to do that. It gets you up, gets you across the room, and you're like, oh, I'm up now. I can't just hit snooze. So that's a very easy way to get you out of bed when you're set the intention to get out of bed. And then number 4 is your lifestyle, right? If you want to remove stress in the morning about getting up early, what are the things that you need to do? How do you change the way that you want to live your life? These are the things that you need to decide, and you need to figure out what you want to do in your life, because it's not about what I want in my life. It's about what you want. It's about what you want to do in your life and how you want to live your life. So I hope this kind of gave you a little bit of an understanding, and you're going to try one of these. You're going to wake up earlier. You're going to wake up exactly when you mean to, and you're going to create that list. You're going to create that balance in your life to move forward. Now in the high achievers group, I am going to put the wake up without stress checklist, so you can print it off and use it as needed. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching the recording, who are watching the recording. And remember, I love you all, and there's nothing you can do about it.